huge portions.
It's like getting 2 meals in one.
People are blown away by the size of these things.
Today on a supersized edition of the Phantom Gourmet, get ready for shock.
This can't be one plate.
And awe.
Everyone's jaw in the dining room is like this.
The infamous cardiac sandwich.
Half a pound of chicken. We top that with cheese. Probably about another half a pound of pulled pork.
Plus, maple bacon ice cream.
Welcome back. Now, what do you say we have a show of hands? For this next segment, we can either focus on tiny portions of vegetables and tofu, or we can visit a roadside barbecue joint famous for humongous slabs of ribs and bacon ice cream. So, who wants the tofu? Okay. And who wants the barbecue? Yeah! That's what I thought.
Horrifying vegetarian since 1998, KC's Rib Shack in Manchester, New Hampshire puts the pig in Pig Out. It's a Southern-style, rootin'-tootin', honky-tonkin' tribute to all things grilled, fried, and deliciously fattening. Owner Kevin Cornish has traveled the country in search of great barbecue and Southern-style sides, and he claims nobody does it better than his very own Rib Shack. Handmade beer-battered onion rings, crispy cornbread hush puppies, deep-fried pickle spears, and Memphis-style spare ribs with a perfectly pink smoke ring and a tongue-tingling sauce. With portions like this, it's no surprise that KC's attracts some of the region's biggest eaters. At one point, they even challenged customers to finish a heart-stopping 4-pound cheeseburger, but it took up so much grill space, they had to take it off the menu. KC's Rib Shack may be politically incorrect and culinarily irresponsible, but they wouldn't have it any other way.
And we're joined now by the only man who loves bacon more than me, Kevin Cornish from KC's Rib Shack. What's going on, Kevin?
How are you?
You guys represented. You brought your whole truck down here. You guys have been smoking meat all day. So your restaurant, you don't exactly serve what I would call health food. I mean, do you got like a lot of vegetarians coming in?
Not very many at all. We got to share, but we don't have a problem with vegetarians as long as they're cooked right.
That's a good way to put it. You actually even brought in your T-shirt, which I thought was particularly interesting. This is the PETA T-shirt, but that, of course, in your case, stands for what?
People eating tasty animals.
Yes, eating the tasty animals. That's perfect. All right, now, talk about eating tasty animals. You got to tell me about this sandwich. This is the biggest and perhaps the most delicious sandwich I've ever seen or tasted. It's called the Cardiac Sam. Interesting name, but a crazy sandwich. What is this thing?
Great sandwich. It starts with a bed of lettuce, and then we take about a half a pound of chicken that we pull off of the chicken breast fresh when we make it. We top that with cheese. We put probably about another half a pound of pulled pork on top of that with bacon, roasted red peppers, and a garlic mayonnaise spread that goes on top of it.
Why even bother with the one piece of lettuce? I mean, is that even necessary, Kevin? It's a Cardiac Sam.
Keep the vegetarians happy.
Why don't you put the bacon on the bottom and the top? Get rid of the lettuce. That's if you order it Phantom style. That's how you get the Cardiac
Maybe we'll
Sam.
put that on the menu.
All right, now a lot of these barbecue joints, you walk in and you don't know what you want to get. Like your restaurant, you have a huge menu, tons of stuff you want. What I like about it is you can do this kind of sampler. You call it the QQ platter. What is this thing?
The QQ platter was kind of our takeoff on a poo-poo platter. I was jealous and that they had the cool little, platter with everything on it. So you get your choice of 4 meats out of our 5 meats we specialize in. Either our ribs, which are a 4.5-pound rack of ribs that we smoke for about 4 hours. Our pulled pork, which we basically cook until we yell at it and it just kind of falls apart. Our sausage, and then our brisket, which cooks for another 14 hours, and also our chicken.
Now, I love the fact you have all these meats as if that's not enough, but it does come with some sides too, right?
Yeah.
You order this thing?
Yep, you get a choice of a couple of sides, and you can order this in increments, anything above 2 up to 40 or 50 people.
That's just ridiculous. That's the QQ platter is the way I want to do it, although I know you have to get it for 2, but that's fine. Now, let's talk about burgers, if you will. I'm sure you've had a few burgers in your life. Yeah. I've had quite a few. We've seen some interesting and bizarre burgers on this show. Never seen anything like the one you call the Graceland burger.
The Graceland, all our burgers start with what's supposed to be a half-pound burger, but every time I put a scale back in the kitchen, it always finds its way back up onto the shelf.
Yeah, this thing was definitely bigger than a half-pound, the one I tried.
Yeah, so, and we add a chunky peanut butter to the top of the burger, which melts down over the burger and kind of leaves the chunky peanuts on there, and we add bacon and mayonnaise to it, and it's chopped onions.
Bacon, see, once again, you're always adding this one crazy ingredient. In this case, the mayo. I mean, listen, I'm no stranger to mayo, but with the chunky peanut butter. You taste that thing. What's it all taste like?
We had to have the mayo. It wasn't perfect without the mayonnaise.
All right, now very quickly, we have to go to the video of something that is going to shock the world. Bacon and ice cream have finally been married. The two greatest foods in the world. What on earth are you thinking here, Kevin? Bacon ice cream?
I was having lobster ice cream up in Maine, and I said, if they can have lobster ice cream, I can have bacon ice cream.
So what's it taste like?
It tastes like, when you're having breakfast and you have that bacon with the maple syrup, it's a good combination. It first came to me as pulled pork ice cream, and that didn't quite work out all that well.
It doesn't have the same ring to it.
Yeah.
Although,
so we had to go with the bacon.
I shouldn't knock it till I try it, but for instance, everyone should just go and get yourself some maple ice cream and get everything up at Casey's Rib Shack. Kevin Cornish, thanks for coming in. Now we're going to eat.